Hi everyone, this is Ms. Cruz. Right now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get started on your 3D pop-up card. It's required for your sketchbook prompt. And so here's an example of one that I had made before. I actually did this one in Spanish. It says recuerde, and then it says mi casa es su casa. So it just says, remember, my house is your house. This is like a thinking of you card. You're going to have to choose some type of theme that you want to base your card, 3D pop-out card on. And so, I don't know, it just depends on what type of style that you would like to make, what type of theme. So you probably already have one in mind, so that will help you determine what type of images you would like to put in your card, and if you want any words like on the outside and inside. Okay, so, that's the message. So just to let you know real quick, I used two types of techniques. This one right here, it's like a springy little bush. I call this just a back and forth braiding. And then I used another technique, and it's what's holding up the house and the tree. And this is a double slit. Each of them are a double slit. You can see how it comes up from the back to hold them up. Okay. So, but I'm going to teach you how to do curling. Let me go ahead and put this away. Curling. You get some scissors and you just curl it up. And then there's also, of course, the back and forth braid, which I just showed you an example of. There's a single slit. It'll look like this. Okay. And then there's also a double slit, the example that I just showed you. Okay, and then there's a quadruple slit, where it's like two double slits in one. Okay. Alright. And then there's a V-fold. And the V-fold, it looks something like this. I've never made a V-fold before. I had problems with the glue. So I'll go ahead and show you how to do each of these. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get everything out of the way. And get my supplies. Oh, the supplies you'll need for this are scissors, ruler, pencil, an X-Acto knife, protective mat board to protect your table, and then a glue gun with glue sticks, hot glue gun. Okay. Alright, so the very first one I want to show you how to do is curling. You can get long pieces of thin pieces of paper, and if you put your scissors like this, you just go ahead and start to pull gently, but the sharpness of the scissors is what's going to curl it. And you can see how it did right there. By the way, do you hear my daughter in the background? My son's watching her, and she's not very happy. So bear with me as I try to create this video. Okay, so yep, that's how you curl. You can make a whole bunch of these for a certain effect that you want for your pop out. Okay, so there's that. The next one is the back and forth braiding. You need strips of paper as well. And what I like to do is I put a little dab of glue here, and then another right here, and then you attach them together. You attach it together right there, and then what you do is you start to just braid back and forth. And all I'm doing is just a series of folds. So you fold back and forth. So if you decide to use this, you can make it however long you want. I didn't make mine very long because the bushes that I wanted these to be on weren't very high. Once you get the size you want, you just cut it. And then you'd go ahead and put a little bit more glue right there to keep it intact. Okay? Alright, and that's how you make a little back and forth braiding. Okay? Alright. Let's go on to the next one. The next one is a single slit. And the single slit, I guess before I show you how to make these different types of pop-out methods with paper, I guess I should go ahead and show you the size of your pop-out that it should be. Most construction papers are 9 by 12 or 8.5 by 11. And so you're going to, for the backing of your 3D card, you're going to use the full size. So all I did was just half it in half. And this is hamburger style in which you're folding it. I guess you could do the hot dog style if you wanted to, but that would be a really long card. And so this is your backing. Inside, you're going to cut out another piece of construction paper that's smaller than the actual backing. And this is where I would actually, on this one is where I would do all my slits and cuts. Because you'll eventually glue this onto the backing, and this is what makes it a real nice finish. Very similar to my card. This, I didn't cut this at all, it was just the backing, and so this one right here, this is actually what I cut and added to create these double slits. Okay? Alright, so yeah, and so on the outside I actually added another piece, and that's where I had put my message. So I mean, these are the pieces that you'll need to give it more of a finished look. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and set those apart, or set them away, and let me go ahead and go to the single slit. Now I'm doing this smaller scale just because I don't need to waste a whole sheet of paper. I'm just demonstrating to you. But depending on how big you want your slit, and mind you, it's going to look like this right here on your paper. I don't know how big you would want it, but all it is just a single slit. And you want your line somewhere towards the middle. Close. It doesn't have to be perfectly. And then just go ahead and make a line. Now you can use scissors for this because it's right near the edge, and you're just going to cut along that line, cutting through both sides. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and fold, and then fold this one. Okay? And then I usually like to turn it over and fold back the other way. Okay, this helps with the flexibility of trying to open and close it. Okay, so once you have that, it's going to kind of pop up. I'm just kind of messing with that. This kind of gets a little tricky. There you go. Alright, so when I close it, it should look like that. So I can close it, and it looks like that. Okay. Alright. So that's one. That is the single slit. Okay.